Animals that may be eaten. Leviticus 11. The Lord gave Moses and Aaron the following regulations for the people of Israel. You may eat any land animal that has divided hooves, and also choose to cut, but you must not eat camels, frog, badgers, or rabbits. These must be considered unclean. They chew the cud, but do not have divided hooves. Not eat pigs, they must be considered unclean. They have divided hooves, but do not chew the cud. Do not eat these animals or even touch the dead bodies, they are unclean. You may eat any kind of fish that has fins and scales, but anything living in the water does not have fins and scales must not be eaten. Such creatures must be considered clean. You must not eat them or even touch their dead bodies. You must not eat anything that lives in the water and does not have fins and scales. You must not eat any of the following birds: eagles, owls, hawks, falcons, buzzards, vultures, crows, ostriches, seagulls, storks, herons, pelicans, cormorants, or bats. All-winged insects are unclean except those that hop. You may eat locusts, crickets, or grasshoppers, but other small things that have wings and also crawl must be considered unclean. If you touch the dead bodies of the fallen animals, you will be unclean until evening. All animals with hoofs, unless their hoofs are divided and they chew the cud, and all four-footed animals with paws. If you carry their dead bodies, you must wash your clothes, but you will still be unclean until evening. Most rats, mice, and lizards must be considered unclean. Whoever touches them or their dead bodies will be unclean till evening. And if their dead bodies fall on anything, it would be unclean. This applies to any article of wood, cloth, leather, or sacking, no matter what it is used for. It shall be dipped in water, but it will remain unclean until evening. And if their bodies fall into a clay pot, everything that is in it shall be unclean, and you must break the pot. Any food which could normally be eaten, but on which water from such a pot has been poured, will be unclean, and anything drinkable in such a pot is unclean. Anything on which dead bodies fall is unclean. A clay stove or oven shall be broken, but a spring or cistern remains clean, although anything else that touches their dead bodies is unclean. If one of them falls on seed that is going to be planted, this remains clean. But if the seed is soaked in water and one of them falls on it, the seed is unclean. If any animal that may be eaten dies, anyone who touches it will be unclean until evening. And if any of you eats any part of the animal, you must wash your clothes, but you will still be unclean until evening. Any of you who carry the dead body must wash your clothes, but you will still be unclean until evening. You must not eat any of the small animals that move on the ground, where they crawl or walk on four legs or may have many legs. Do not make yourselves unclean by eating any of these. I am the Lord your God, and you must keep yourselves holy, because I am holy. I am the Lord who brought you out of Egypt so that I could be your God. You must be holy because I am holy. This is a law about animals and birds, about everything that lives in the water and everything that moves on the ground. You must be careful to distinguish between what is ritually clean and unclean, between animals that may not be eaten and those that may not. Word of the Lord. So that is in the Old Testament in Leviticus to regulations on eating animals. So I want to know what you guys think. So feel free to comment.